Hey, hey, hey. Oh shoot, it might be a little loud. It's Calm, and today we have a very special guest or whatever. It's my sister. Hey. So my sister, she's a social worker. She has a master's degree.
Period.
She's half Nigerian. She's not single, so don't be in my DMs with all of that extra. Um, she is the auntie of the year, of the decade, of the century.
Period.
And today we're just going to expound on her auntie life, her auntie autism life. So, Victoria, how are ya?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes.
Lennox will not be in this episode. His daddy came and yanked him up in the middle of the night and took him this morning. So it's a little silent because he's not here. So Victoria, when you found out that Lenny had autism, how did you feel?
Well, I was kind of like indifferent because I was in the world of social work, and in my bachelor's study and my master's study, we learn about disorders and diseases and things like that. So, I really didn't go too heavy into it,
Mm-hmm.
into autism, because I worked with kids with autism for a
Okay.
hot second, but I was just kind of in limbo because I knew about it, but I just didn't know how to go about making sure that he was gonna be okay, even though he has parents. Still, like, I still feel like I'm a parent to him in a
Muncie.
way. I'm a
Yeah.
muncie, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just, I don't think I was more I think I was more emotional for you and how you took it
Mm-hmm.
versus how he was going to be, because I know at the end of the day he was going to be good, whether, you know, he was high functioning, low functioning, or whatever.
Okay. And when you experienced Lenny actually stimming, flopping, or being overstimulated, how do you handle things like that? Like in the public eye, in private? Tell me a little bit about what that looks like for you.
So in private, I kind of just let him get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really bother him unless he's just going too hard. Like, you're okay. Time out. You're doing entirely too much. Let's take a moment. Let's relax. Let's say the ABCs. Let's do this or that. When we're in public,
Mm-hmm.
I just look him in the face and remind him we are outside with the other people, and they don't know what you got, and they don't know how to act or how to approach, or they might approach in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to have to get crunk or buck on anybody. So let's just calm down. Sometimes I like take him to the bathroom if it's just me and him, or like just take him to the car if we're in the grocery store. Like if it's like me and mom or something, I'll just take him to the Bizac. But normally when we're out in public,
Mm-hmm.
he really doesn't do too much, because either we're like grocery shopping or we're getting something for him. So something's always in his hand. So he's really not thinking about stimming at the current moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So I guess like, can you give your perspective on, since you are a social worker, can
Mm-hmm.
you kind of give your perspective on the stereotypes and the stigmas that come with autism, and like what you would bring to awareness for this diagnosis or any special need?
I feel like the main thing with autism is that they are like super aggressive and that they have behavioral problems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does, some kids do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that he couldn't or wouldn't. I think Lynch just has a lot of empathy, which most children with autism don't.
Right.
So it just depends on what he has empathy for at the time. Because if he step on your foot, he's laughing at you. But
Working on manners.
working on it. He's very smart, so it be ticking me off when he be doing certain stuff. But back to the initial question, I think there is a lot of stereotypes, like I said, of the aggression behavior. They don't have any emotions. They don't know what's going on, or they're antisocial. So I feel like a lot has been done so far. Now that autism now is this big thing, and kids have to go to school, I feel like they always are pairing them up with somebody who is more empathetic. And it's normally like a little girl who's like more empathetic than a little boy for some odd reason. And then they have like their little friends, and they lock in with that person who can be good with them. But I just feel like the impact of stereotypes it causes for they're already like antisocial, so it excludes them socially. The bullying, a little bit of discrimination, and I don't mean upon the kids' part, probably the parents or the adults in the situation, just because they have the delays. And the reality of it all is that children with autism or adults with autism are is a person. They're a human being, and they're unique in their own ways. They have their own strengths. They have their own challenges. So you just have to be able to be patient and work with anyone who has autism.
Okay. I guess I would like to know, like, before I had Lenny, what was my personality like?
Before you had Lenny,
Yes.
I mean, it's the same personality to me.
Do you feel like anything has really changed after we got the diagnosis, or?
No, I just feel like you've always been an overprotective person, that especially for the people you love. You're very loud, bubbly, and you command attention when you come in the room, because let a song be on. It's a ooh it, you're busting it down. So
don't tell the people about my past life.
Past? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Correct. But
okay. Please.
I just think you have become super overprotective, because Lennox is at the stage where he's not speaking, even though he's getting his words out.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how he's feeling and things like that, you just become like super overprotective over him. So I mean, you go into Mama Cougar, Snow Leopard, Lion mode, like you're ready to pounce to kill.
Pounce to kill, yeah.
Don't let nobody say nothing about him, because it is a wrap.
Correct. So do you think that that's a good thing or a bad thing, or is there something that I need to work on? Because I've been hearing lately that my attitude is really bad.
Your attitude has been a little bit rough.
Yes.
But I think it's just because the challenges of the fact of Lennox is not in like a full-time care facility for him to, go to school, get ABA therapy, speech therapy. He's just in school for like what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's becoming a challenge for you, because we're trying to work to get him into a facility that he can be at least 5 to 6 hours instead of the 2 hours.
Right.
So I think your attitude comes from a lack of sleep, a lack of girl, quit it.
I love sleep. Like, me and sleep, we used to go together real bad.
And y'all still do. Don't let Lennox not be here. You're getting full naps then.
Okay.
4-hour naps, not hearing from you.
Yeah, but not disturb me.
I think it's just the lack of sleep, your work schedule, and then having to get him up and getting him to where he got to go during the week. Yeah. Or if he doesn't have to go, like this week he was on break. So it's just like, it depends on
I don't understand all these breaks, honey.
The new school system, I wish I went
Hello.
now versus back in the 90s. Because baby,
What
we
is
ain't had not a break.
what?
Not a break.
But we wasn't beating up our teachers. I love my teachers.
No.
I mean, majority of my teachers were white because we went to an all white school, all elementary, middle school, and high school. And then I went to a PWI. You went to PWI too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is Wayne State PWI?
No, it's not. But Oakland University is.
Okay, you heard that. You heard
Okay, big degrees.
bitch up big blue.
Okay.
Yes, okay. But yeah, so and that's another thing, like my upbringing, like my mom and my dad is an engineer. So he was really big on education. So it was like uh it was very strict where we were. Even though we were there, what, 5 out of 6 black girls there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was the only black girl there for a while until the C girls came and they was off the chain. Um, but yes, okay. What else was I gonna ask? Um, do you think that there is? Do you think that there is any awareness that you can give as an auntie to other aunties who are just now starting off, or their nieces or nephews just got the diagnosis? Like, what advice could you give to them?
I think the most important thing is treating them as if they are a child.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple, like not going out of your way to be like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, I didn't do that to my other nieces and nephews. So I just feel like just because Lennox can't talk and express his emotions how he needs to, I can still tell. So you have to pick up on your cues and their words, and even if they use a few words, I know like he's quick to say something. I don't know what he's saying, but I know what he wants. Like it's just weird to say. Like I can tell you, but like we have to just be able to appreciate and promote acceptance in the autism with children with autism, adults with autism in the community, because it's important for the inclusion and them to feel like they're a part of a community and not just um, they're pushed to the wayside. So it takes a minute for you to learn their cues and their words and things that they want. But like Lennox is good with using his device and telling us that he wants to go to the store, he wants Wendy's, he wants Chick-fil-A. Like I gotta go to the bathroom, but he doesn't even say that anymore. He just goes to the bathroom because he knows how to. So
Body train, 2 years.
locked in, not going back. Because when he come to my house, he's will go straight to the bathroom. He knows exactly where he going.
Yes. And
But
in your refrigerator, girl.
okay, immediately. It's no apples in there, so he be looking at me like, "Where's the snack?"
Oh.
But you just have to continue to love on them. There's no question about it, no doubt about it. Because as soon as he came out the womb, I was there a week and a half later, and I
Yes,
was
you were.
locked in, and ain't no going back.
Okay, auntie.
Cause I mean, he was a baby. We didn't know he was doing everything he needed to do. He was hitting all his milestones. Very intelligent, very smart, little chunky baby, so cute with his little wispy hair.
I wish we hear. He was Chinese when he came out.
Yeah, his hair would not sit down for nothing. The water, a little lotion on it, it still stuck up. But I mean, he still all my nieces and nephews are still my babies. I don't care what they say. They my babies.
So, since you don't have kids yet, what are
Hmm?
some? I mean, if you plan on having it, I mean, whatever you want to do with your life.
Uh-huh.
How
Yes,
has
yes.
the aunting prepared you for what you may have endured? Because, like for me, I didn't think that my child was gonna have a diagnosis. So, with you kind of being like a part of his life, like what are some things that you would be aware of now and kind of like anticipate for if those things were to happen?
I don't think it's something you can anticipate. You really have to just wait to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like in your mind, you always want the baby to be healthy, come
Mm-hmm.
out, nothing be wrong.
Right.
So it just really it's a wait and see game, you
Mm-hmm.
know? I feel like I'm prepared. I'm very nurturing. I love my nieces and nephews down. Um, so I don't feel like I would have any issues or anything like that. If it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Kind of thing right now for me.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that I'm a gentle parent, or do you think that I'm a disciplined? What type of parenting style do you think that I with Lenny?
You're authoritative.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
And which type? Give me an example. Give me an
Your
example.
example is
Uh-huh.
like you are very like you are going to do this and this is this is you're going to do this because I said so,
Mhm.
but because it's also going to benefit you.
Right.
Like when it comes to him writing his name and doing his letters and his numbers, like you're very like this is going to happen, this is why it's going to happen, but I love you, so this is why we're doing it. So you still have that touch of love. When you just over it, you like do what you want to do, baby. Like then yeah, but
Everybody gets overstimulated, okay?
yeah,
I
when
know I
you
do.
when you, okay, so when you become overstimulated, you're like, okay,
Yes.
Lenny, because Lennox will laugh in your face,
Yes, he will.
and you'd be like, why are you laughing? Nothing's funny.
And I think like with Lenny, like he knows how far to go. Like he be taking it to the limit because he just turned 5. But let me tell you something. How I've been
He's
on this
gonna
world
push it
to
to the
the
limit,
ah
limit,
ah.
cause we're in it,
But I
winning.
like I always tell Lenny, like anything that I do is never a punishment. Like I don't send you to school because I don't want to be around you. I don't send you to therapy because I want you to be out of my face. Like all of this stuff is beneficial for you in the long run because I never want to handicap him. Like I want him to experience everything that everybody else does because just because you're autistic doesn't mean you're not smart. Doesn't mean you can't jump on the trampoline or go to the grocery store and sit in a restaurant. Like if you never expose your kids to anything, they will not know nothing.
Right, and he's a great helper. Like when you ask him to do stuff, take stuff to the trash or
Yes.
put something up, close something, he does it.
Yeah. He's very I just wanted to always be helpful to him because if I'm not here, like who's gonna do it? And he's very self-sufficient.
I raised my hand. I know y'all couldn't see that, but I raised my
She
hand.
raised it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But like you can take yourself to the bathroom. You know what you want to eat. You're gonna go in the refrigerator and go get it. You can't really do all the extra cooking and stuff like that, but like stuff in the range of you're supposed to be doing it, I feel like he's getting it down pretty bad. Pretty good.
Yeah, I just feel like once he becomes more efficient with his tablet and his words, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he'll do great. I mean, when I worked with the kids at the summer camp who had autism and developmental delays, like I was honestly shocked how much they could communicate and do just by themselves, and also a little bit how sneaky they were
Yes, very
getting
sneaky creatures.
what they wanted. You know,
Yeah.
like you weren't supposed to have this yet, but they was gonna sneaky get it, baby. Like I'm getting my snack. You're not
Yeah.
gonna tell me I can't have my snack. Or
Correct.
like even when it comes to eloping, back then I'm like, oh, they running away. But now the word is eloping. Like
Right.
even chasing after them. But once the program was 6 weeks, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So once after a few weeks, I established a good relationship. I didn't have any of my kids elope on me. Like I was watching other people had the kids they had just run past me, and I'd be like, you got to get your kids. Mine all sitting over here coloring,
Not you gotta get
doing
your
what they supposed to be doing. I
yeah.
mean, and some of them were nonverbal, but they were like big. Like when I say big, I mean tall. Like I had a 16-year-old that was at least 2 inches taller than me, and he would hold my hand the whole time. But it wasn't because he was scared or anything, it was because it was his comfort. So I feel like with Lennox, when he goes out and about, he's very independent. Like, he can get out the car himself, close the door, walk in the push the grocery cart, and just keep going. Like, he's not worried about what anybody else is thinking or what's going on around him. And I feel like that's a good thing for him. But in a way, he is worried about what's going on around him, because he will tell us, like, T, Ma, like, you see this person?
Yeah, you get
Because
too
I see
close.
them,
All right.
they're moving in. I just locked in to let you know. But he's still, to be 5, he's very independent in doing what he wants to do. So I know as he continues to grow, he's still going to be that independent boy,
Yeah.
young boy.
I just love him so much. So being a millennial, because me and Victoria are 2.5 years apart, how are you feeling about the current world and how it's moving along?
This world is something different.
Yeah.
I feel like if you are not a social media star, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
I feel like that's what is kind of pushing these kids nowadays to have an idea of what their life is supposed to be, but they don't even have the followers or the money. Like, relax. Like, most of these kids have parents who have money, and they coming off the back of following somebody or getting in touch with somebody, and it's just a little crazy to me that everyone's idea of who they should be and what they should be is based off the internet. We didn't really have that. We had dial up. We had AOL.
Yes,
We
we
really could. There was no big thing for the internet. Like, the internet, we used it for school projects. It was not
did. Right.
for to be locked in.
Or
Like,
talk to your man on the low.
yeah, talk to your man on the low. Like, none of that. We didn't have. I mean, all of that extra stuff, but we had to go outside and play. We had to
Yeah, we was
actually
outside.
interact with people, whereas now you just be online interacting with thousands of people, and you don't know if that's a ex murderer or a child molester.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in this new generation have no idea what it's like to live like back in the day. Like, these kids don't even know what a magazine is, a tape recorder, a VHS,
A pager.
a pager,
A flip phone.
a flip phone, a Boost Mobile,
Okay, I had the pink razor and the silver
a
razor.
Nextel. They don't know nothing about that. Like, and they're like, "Oh, well, I need an iPhone, and I have to have an iPhone. And if you have an Android, you're a loser." Like, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because if we both can count and say our ABCs, we should be good. But people have unrealistic ideas of the world and what it should be and how they should be. Like, I feel like these teenagers feel like they should already be making thousands of dollars, but because they watching other teenagers do it online. But that's not how your life is set up. That's not what you're supposed to be doing, and that's not what God placed on you. So you got to take the path that's correct for you,
Shaba.
and not for somebody else, because you can't take a path that's for somebody else, because you're gonna fail every time.
Correct. Touching on God, like how do you think that God has brought you through to where you are now?
Ooh, honey.
Ooh,
Do we
yeah.
have an hour? No, I'm
Do we
playing.
have an hour? We might.
God has been really good to me. I feel
Mhm.
like I had a decent childhood growing up. I didn't grow up and, I didn't have anything and stuff like that. We had a pretty decent life. We lived in the suburbs our
Correct.
whole lives,
Our
and
whole lives.
we went on trips every summer, whether it was going to visit our mom's family in Missouri, or we was going to Florida, Canada, California. We was going somewhere. And I feel like a lot of people weren't able to experience that in their lives, and I'm just grateful that I did. As I grew up and kind of seeing what other people have been exposed to in their lives, I'm just grateful for what God placed on me and what to do for myself. I feel like a lot of my I wouldn't even say they're issues or problems, but a lot of my anxiety and things that I experienced really came in my college years, and I didn't know how to handle it because I just felt life was so peachy for me, and really having to deal with how to navigate relationships with people,
Mm.
and also navigate how I felt and what my feelings were, and having to be okay with dealing with my emotions. Like, I didn't know how to. And me getting into social work was completely off the wall because I wanted to be a teacher.
No, you didn't. You want to be a
Well, when
veterinarian.
I did want to be a vet, but when I started
Okay.
to get into high school, I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
But a veterinarian is a
Ah.
little bit too much for me, and I'm not pulling anything out of no dog's booty or mouth. Okay, it's just that, like, it's a lot
Victoria.
of science. I didn't like science and math, and I know that it was going to be something that I had to do. Even though I had to do science and math in my undergrads and stuff like that,
Yes, it's always around.
it was not as needed for the social work career. Once I figured out I didn't want to be around kids all day,
Mm.
I was like,
When
I
did you
can
have that revelation?
probably in like the 11th grade, because I was doing a program that allowed me to go back to my old elementary school
Mm-hmm.
and teach and be like kind of like a teacher's aide. I realized I didn't want to be around kids every day.
Got it.
And crazy thing is, I work with the gerund. I'm about to say it wrong.
Gerontology.
Yes, the gerontology population, and
Mm-hmm.
they big babies, but
Huge.
they're big babies in their big age.
Yeah.
So I'm really not, most of the time I'm not dealing with them. I'm dealing with their families. But yeah.
Do you think
So
that helped you with your social work life now, working with gerontology?
yeah, that was my first job for real. I worked in an assisted living,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay, because when you're in school, you have to pick a concentration, and I was in my bachelor's, and I didn't know what I would pick, so I just picked family systems, which
Mm-hmm.
is just family, whole family in general. But like, as I continued, I decided to add more classes so I can get a certification in gerontology. So I have that as well.
Yes, educated black woman.
But God is taking me on a long road,
Mm.
I feel.
Yes.
And it really wasn't even about anybody else. It was like, or the things that people have done to me. I mean, I've lost friends, I've gained friends, and it's all a learning experience at the end of the day. And I'm just grateful that God has placed my family who who are there with me in my journey, and my friends that I've have found, who I've locked in with, and just making sure that I am doing what I need to do and saying my prayers every day and reading my Bible and getting into what I need to do. Because at one point I was just so negative
Mm.
about myself and my situation, and I felt like, and I was always scared to apply for jobs because I was like, oh well, I could just stay where I'm at. But then when I got the confidence and I prayed and asked God, I was like, Lord, just give me confidence, take away any negativity, any anxiety towards applying for jobs, because I think, I don't know, like, I was always scared. But I stepped out on faith and I got a better job, and I was like, period, like, I know I can do this. So um now I'm always looking for new opportunities to pursue and move forward and further my career. So I'm grateful that God has taken me down a road that I'm able to help, but also in that career, I have been able to help myself and establish what I want for my life as well.
That's good. Proud sister. Proud sister. Victoria was like literally my child. Um, Victoria, Victoria was my first everything. My first friend, my first sister, my first love, my first Valentine. She was everything. When she came out, don't touch her, don't look at her. Like, this is my sister. Um, so I don't know. I'm just very grateful for you because I don't have I mean I have friends, but I don't have a lot of friends that love me deeply like you. And I mean sisters are supposed to do that, but I know a lot of sisters out there that don't have the relationship that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just grateful for sharing this life and this journey with you. And I just really appreciate you. I know I don't say it a lot because I be sleep deprived.
Oh, so it's the sleep.
Yes, the sleep.
Okay.
But I do love you and I appreciate everything you do for me and Lenny. Like, if I could give you the world, I give it to you.
Amen.
But yeah, do you have any closing remarks or you want to say something to the people?
Hello, people.
Hello again to people.
Hello again.
Hello, brother.
I would just say remember to have patience, allow acceptance and inclusion, whether someone has autism or not. It's important to treat everyone with love and kindness. That is something that we really don't have in this society, in this world right now. Is a lot of people have a lot of hate. And
Ooh,
if
yeah.
you just have a pinch of love or somebody gives you a positive comment, you should take it, hold on to it, and spread the kindness and the awareness back to somebody else. It doesn't take much just to say, you're doing a good job, you look nice today. A compliment goes a long way for someone who's been having a bad day. So just remember to be kind and always pray and give glory unto God. And that's all I got to say. I love you, sister.
I love you too. Thank you so much for coming and being on my podcast. We're trying to take it to the next level.
Period.
And we know that God will do what He's supposed to do in the end,
Mm-hmm.
like He always does. And I thank you for coming on here, and I will holler at you guys next week. Thank you so much. Love ya.
And don't forget, I'm the auntie.
Okay. Tell them again.
The auntie. The best TT. Okay?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
best auntie in the whole entire world. Don't get it twisted.
Yes, that's my sister. That's my sister. All right, peace.